Welcome to the Driver's Line. I'm Greg.
And I'm Jordan.
And today, we've got a conversation for you.
That's right. Today's conversation is about our most hated pet peeves while driving.
That's right. And kicking off Season 2.
That's right.
This is our second season. So again, thank you all so much for joining us on this journey. And we are going to go ahead and kick this off with some New Year's resolutions.
That's right.
That we hope for every other driver out there.
Yeah. So these are things that just annoy us, but we hope will hopefully disappear if people set their minds right.
That's right. These are our driving pet peeves.
Yes. Now, one that's very popular still. Don't know why.
There's going to be a lot of angst in this episode. People just, sorry.
So, way back when, automakers decided, General Motors specifically, actually, decades ago, felt like it was a good idea to have headlights turn on automatically. Mm-hmm. Right? I think that's a great idea, for the most part. It works really well. But for some reason, and I don't understand it, there are people that drive around in modern day America with their lights completely off, ignorant of all their surroundings, in the middle of the night. Now, can we think about why this might be a problem? Because I can't see you. You see?
Well, maybe they're just like Saabs used to have that old stealth mode where you could turn off all the lights on your dash.
But that's on the dash.
But not on the outside. They want the rest of the world to be their dash.
People, please look at your headlight settings.
If you don't see me coming, am I really there?
Yeah, come on. I think Nissan drivers are particularly guilty of this, honestly.
In their fairness, it may not be working.
I think, honestly, a big part of it is all of our modern day cars have these digital dashboards, right?
So the dashboard always glows.
You
literally can't tell if your lights are on or off if it's like dusky. But if it's actually like nighttime, if the road in front of you is dark, your lights are probably not on.
Yeah, double check that.
That's a good one. That's annoying.
Yes. So annoying.
All right, I'm going to go with one that I just added to my list because it happened as I was driving down here to TDL South this morning.
Oh, boy.
And I drive on cruise control most of the time on the highway. I set my cruise, and I'm just cruising, right? So, my car is maintaining a steady speed. Up a hill, same speed. Down the hill, same speed. Flat, same speed. Mm-hmm. There are people who are also driving modern vehicles that are certainly equipped with cruise control because it comes on basically everything under the sun right now.
Yeah.
I fly past them. They fly past me. They come back, drive right beside me.
Oh.
I can't get over. Creep forward, creep backwards. Just miles and miles and miles and miles of this going down the road because they cannot maintain their frickin' speed.
Yeah.
It is just so obnoxious.
Highway driving is just
the worst
in the United States. It really is.
It is terrible. It is terrible. So yeah, that's my first one.
I think that's a great pick. It's also kind of dangerous, honestly, because you're playing all these games on the highway.
Yeah, don't play games.
Come on.
You're supposed to be predictable when you drive. That is literally the key to safe driving is predictability. So every other driver on the road knows exactly what you're doing. Absolutely.
That's a great pick. I'll pick one that's tied into that one, actually. And that is left lane hogs.
On my list.
That's actually probably my number one pet peeve, but it ties in so well with what you were talking about. Guys, please. I know sometimes states don't mandate this, but it's just general best practice. The left lane should be for passing.
Only passing.
Only passing.
And once you're done with your pass, you get over. If you're not passing anybody, get over. It's so simple.
It's not hard.
It is the most straightforward driving thing that you're ever going to encompass as you're driving.
I've seen so many accidents caused on the internet, but also just while driving around, almost accidents, thankfully, where people are trying to navigate through this, and rightly so, because you need to maintain a constant flow of traffic. And now we're trying to get around people left and right. And people are hiding out in blind spots. And
you're not policing anybody. That's not your job.
Yes.
You're not trying to set the speed.
Right.
Okay, if someone wants to go faster behind you, move over, let them go faster. If they get a ticket, they get a ticket. So be it, right?
Right. And I think sometimes also people stay in that left lane because they don't want to deal with the right lane and merging traffic. Then don't be on the highway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not for you. It's just not.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
It's not for you. Do something else.
Yeah.
Do something else.
I'm real salty.
It's very salty. All right, so my next one has to do with merging, since you brought it up.
Oh, it's the highway again.
Most of mine are highway. So, the most irritating thing to me in the world is we're about to merge onto a highway with a speed limit of 65 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. Roughly the speed almost in every state is 65. Some places 70. You get behind some person, try not to use bad words, you get behind some person who decides they're only going to accelerate to 40 on the on-ramp. Okay. How are you going to merge with cars that are going 20 miles an hour faster than you? It's impossible. So you're going to drive to the end of the ramp and then you're going to stop.
Yeah.
Merging, by the bottom of the ramp, you need to be at the same speed as the flow of traffic.
Right.
You can look as you're merging onto the highway to see the speed of traffic, so you can start to judge for yourself if you're going to be at the same speed as that traffic. Sometimes traffic's moving slowly because it's jammed. In that case, you need to slow down. Sometimes it's moving freely at 65 miles an hour,
right.
And so you need to be at 65 miles an hour to safely merge with the traffic.
Yeah.
If you don't, you are a danger to the road, and to Jordan's point, you should probably stay home.
Yes, it's not for you.
Not for you.
That's one of the few places in the United States that doesn't have a speed limit sign on it. I'm just saying. No, I mean, the other day, just yesterday, I had somebody in front of me onto one of those on-ramps, and they were actually slowing down. They were pressing their brake.
Why?
Because they were on their phone. And I guess they were like, oh my gosh, I must have went on the wrong ramp. Well, what are you going to do? Do a 3-point turn?
I know, exactly.
I mean, just go.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. Oh, that is so true. That is so true.
Frustrating.
Yes. Speaking of merging, let's talk about the satanic buttholes of America that litter our roads that I happen to actually love. Roundabouts.
Oh, I love roundabouts.
We all love roundabouts except for the people who don't know how to use them.
Because they work so well if everybody knows how to use them.
But then there's always that one person who stops in the middle of a roundabout to let people in, or comes to a complete dead stop when there's no traffic around them whatsoever. Guys, it's all about merging. It's merging. If you don't see a vehicle in the roundabout, you can go on in at a safe speed. Right. You don't need to come to a full stop. No. It's not a stop sign.
Yes, and roundabouts are always designed in such a manner that you have a very clear view as to where the traffic is coming from.
Right.
You see those cars coming. You see the other roads that are feeding that roundabout to see if a car is coming. It is not complicated.
Yeah.
Traffic inside the roundabout has the right of way. So if you're one of these idiots inside the roundabout who decides to stop when you see another car approaching from a feeder road, don't do that.
No, don't do that. On the same note, if you are entering a roundabout and you see traffic, don't go in. They're not going to stop for you.
Yep, that is the only instance where you have to stop.
Yes.
Is when there's traffic inside the roundabout and you cannot enter.
It's those 3 basic rules. Yeah. It's not hard.
Easy. Not hard. Easy peasy. One more merging.
Merging is a problem.
It's a big problem. And this one is more of an irritation than, just like really stopping the flow of traffic.
Gotcha.
When people merge and they go across one lane and then another lane and all the way to the fast lane.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh.
They don't even understand what the flow of the traffic is.
No.
They're getting all the way over.
Yeah, I need to get all the way into that left lane.
All the way to left lane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just obnoxious.
Yeah. And I'm going to camp there, typically.
Yeah, totally going to camp there. Happened on the way down again to Tito South today. Watched someone merge all the way over. They stayed in the left lane until their exit, then they went back all the way over.
Wow. It must have been 485.
No. 85 South.
Oh, 85 is pretty bad.
Dodge Challenger. Yeah. I saw you.
Oh, no. Called out. I was going to say 485 is kind of like a Mario Kart. If you're not doing 90, you're in trouble.
That's right. You're in the way of somebody else on 45 if you're not doing 90 in the fast lane. So,
yeah, that was not terrible, but great call out there. All right. My last one is something that I think is universally hated. And it's folks, specifically BMW drivers. What am I going to say?
No blinker.
No blinkers! What's going on, guys? You're just owning the road. You're just driving all around, left and right, not telling anybody where you're going.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Again, predictability.
Yeah, unless you drive a Tesla. Then I can understand the problems because that's just weird. But it's very simple. And heck, the car does it for you. You just tap it. You got 3 blinks to get over.
Done. I mean, if you ever feel, listeners, I just want to share some wisdom with you right now.
Yeah.
If you ever feel useless in your life, remember, there's someone at that BMW factory who's installing turn signals.
Yeah, never get used.
Never get used.
Never get used. Just such a simple tool that can make it so much safer to drive. I mean,
so much safer. And it's an easy thing to do. Again, just a flick of your wrist.
Yep.
If you're not driving a Tesla, if it's a Tesla, it's your pressing your button and you hope you got the right arrow. So, yeah. So, my last one. Tesla full self-driving.
Oh, deadly.
Full self-driving. Tesla spells it F-U-L-L. I like to spell it F-O-O-L. But,
good one.
Again, it's about predictability, and we know right now it's not fully predictable. It tends to sometimes linger in places where it shouldn't, and sometimes makes confusing decisions, sometimes runs stop signs and red lights. It's not perfect. And the problem is the people that are supposed to be monitoring, because it's supposed to be supervised, are imperfect too, or trust the technology too much. Right. So sometimes you'll see a Tesla driving erratically, and it's either a bad driver or it's on full self-driving. Sometimes it's just hard to tell.
Yeah, that's a great call out. That tech is just not ready for the world. We need more testing on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Improved hardware. All good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, we hope you enjoyed our episode on our driving pet peeves and New Year's resolutions, hopefully for some of us out there.
That's right. Let us know what we missed. I'm sure there's some other ones out there that we didn't rage about today.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on The Driver's Line.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a thing.